Humans do not have the mental capabilities of comprehending the truth. This is why I say it's easier to trick a person than it is to educate a person. Now, I don't necessarily believe in truth because truth is somewhat fictional, and so is a lie. For something to be true, it has to be 100% true all the time. For something to be a lie, it has to be a lie 100% of the time. Most likely what we see is something that is partially true or partially wrong or not the truth. The reason why I say that the human brain does not have the capability of understanding a truth is because truths are so complicated and so rare. It's almost fiction. Let me give you an example. The sky is blue. Is this true? Is this a true statement? First, we don't understand. You got to understand, what is the sky? Usually the sky is a reflection of the atmosphere. There's no actual sky there. It's just like a clear dome that reflects light. So what you think you're seeing, you're not really seeing a sky. You're seeing a reflection of a dome. So the sky is blue. Well, what time is the sky blue? Because it could be blue one day and it could be a different color the other day. So you see what I'm getting at? To actually comprehend truth is a pretty hard thing to comprehend. And to speak truth is extremely hard. So there is no truth. Once you start to understand that, you know what, truth is a fantasy and lies are a fantasy. Because something to be completely wrong, it has to be wrong 100% of the time. Something to be right or true, it has to be true 100% of the time, regardless of the circumstances. So in order for you to say a truth, you have to be very specific and you have to almost word it in a weird way. The reason why I say this is because there's a lot of ideologies being thrown around in this world. One person believing one truth and another person believing the other truth. One of the biggest conflicting truths is in religion, but I'm not going to talk about religion because it's annoying. I'm going to talk about more or less the political views because it's less annoying, even though it's annoying too. Or maybe I'll just talk about ideologies. One person feels this is right, the other person feels this is right. How can there be two conflicting truths? How could one person say it's true to be like this, and how can another person say it's true to be the opposite? Without a person realizing, you know what, now I understand that humans cannot comprehend truth, and neither people are right. Neither person is true. The thing is that their truth leans more on this side, or their truth leans more on this side, and there's divisions. If you could understand that the human brain is not capable of acknowledging truths, then you're going to start to realize that, you know what, your brain can be tricked very easily. You know, if you run into a quiet room and yell, there's someone outside with a gun, without any facts, and you say it in a way that is very believable, people will believe you. Now here's the thing. People are going to get scared. They're going to run outside. One person's going to try to verify it right away. One person's going to run and hide. Now when they find out that what you did was a lie and was a trick, some might laugh, but it gets noted in their brain that, okay, this person tricks people. So you get you just note it on people's brain, okay, this person that speaks, he tricks. So next time he says something, or next time he or she says something, believe it, but don't believe it 100%. Believe it like 80%. And if this is consistent, when you meet a person and they keep tricking you over and over and over again, eventually the people you talk to will lose trust in you. Because they say, this guy is always tricking people. So eventually one day, this guy's going to try to trick people and no one's going to believe them. So, humans are not capable of understanding full truth. If we were capable of understanding truths, everyone in the world will think exactly the same. Almost like computers. When you program them to behave a certain way, if you put all Windows Vista on every single computer, or Windows 10 or whatever Windows software you want to program it with, all the computers are going to behave and think the exact same way, because they know only one language, what you program them to. So what I am seeing here is people becoming passionate about their beliefs. Now, if you have a strong belief of something, make sure you do not become passionate with it, because you don't know the truth. And when you are asked to give evidence, you don't have any evidence. You don't have anything to back up your beliefs. Let's say you believe that people that wear suits are greedy. Okay, you have that belief. Where did you come up with that truth? Because in your mind you think that's a truth, but where is your evidence? And when you start to write down the evidence of your beliefs, you'll start to realize, oh shit, I have fucking beliefs that are based on nothing, that are based on no evidence. And even evidence is not the truth. You could say, oh, I seen this guy on television shoot this one guy. It's like, well, you didn't see him. What's his name? What's he look like? Where's he live? What time did he do it? Like, when you start getting deep into the conversation, you say, well, I don't know, but he was on the television and he did it. It's like, all right, where was he at that time, and where were you? You start to probe a person and start to ask him all these questions, and you realize that, you know what, your truth is based on assumptions. Humans can't really comprehend truth, and I need the help. I need the help of a well-known neurobiologist or neuroscientist to help me explain this, because I don't even think neuroscientists or biologists are aware that humans are not capable of knowing the truth, and the truth is just basically a fantasy. Truth and lies are fantasy. There's no truth and there's no lies. There's no perfect truth, there's no perfect lies. There's only partial truths and partial lies. Something could be 60% true and it'll be considered a truth. If it's 40% truth, it's a lie. So it has to be more than 50% for it to be true. Now what if you keep going on 55% truths? 45% of that truth would be a lie. So you see, truth does not come exactly at whatever it is. Now, they say, yeah, there's truths. Are you too dumb? Like, I know what a man is and what a woman is. It's like, all right, what's a man and what's a woman? It's like, well, a man has a this and that and that. It's like, all right, there's people that are born with both of those things. So what are they? Are they men or women? And also, what is that thing made of? What kind of tissue? You'll notice that it's made of the same tissue. It's just a different form. So what exactly is the truth, right? It's just that men have different organs and different forms in their body. And women have all this other stuff, but women actually have those forms in their body too, and men have the same forms in their body, just in different parts. So when you start to get really deep into truth, you start to realize, you know what, we can't really comprehend truth and ideologies. That's why one person could say something, can rewrite history, can say, you know what, George Washington, he didn't own slaves. And though if they're believable, if they sound believable, people will believe them. You could say, oh, you know what, George Washington had wooden teeth. How do we even know he had wooden teeth? They say, oh, well, we have his teeth. How do you know those were his? We really don't know the facts. We only know what we are told. The thing is, we only know what we're told, and what we're told is a lie. Every single thing, 100%, is a lie. Because if it's not 100% true, all the time, under all circumstances, it's not true. So then, we should not be divided. We should not have opinions. We should not have beliefs. We should not have ideologies. Because our brains are not capable of understanding truth. So stop dividing people. Stop dividing people because of your ideologies. I know there's some people, they believe in something really strongly, and they alienate their own friends and family because they do not share the same beliefs. Well, dude, you're stuck on something that was told to you. Someone showed you an ideology and you believed it, you fell for it, you were tricked, and now that ideology made you hate the people that actually are there for you, which is your family. But you alienated them, you burned those bridges because you thought your ideology was more important. So now you're alone with your ideologies and your truths. But those truths are all a bunch of lies because we can't comprehend truth. This might be too hard for people to understand. So I assume that just like everything that's different, people are not used to it. It would either come off as crazy or it'll come off as, most of the times it comes off as crazy. But one day you're going to understand that humans are not physically capable of understanding truth. We do not have the mental capacity to see what is actually true. Because we could only see through our own eyes. But if we develop a technology where we could see from every single person's eyes at the same time and comprehend all that information, which is feels like it will be impossible, but 7.8 billion pairs of eyes if you could see through 7.8 billion pairs of eyes and know exactly the thoughts of 7.8 billion people at the same time, then you'll be able to comprehend truth. But since you can't do that, your brain is not capably your brain can't possibly comprehend truth. That's what it is. Sorry to tell you that, but you can't comprehend truth because it don't exist. Perfect truth don't exist. It's a fantasy.